5 laps to go, and neither of them of course can afford to come in again. There's no reason why they should do. They've had their 2 stops that were planned. Michael Schumacher would appear to have overheating tyres in comparison with Mika Hakkinen, and it is coming up to Les Combes that time after time he's dodged into the wet patch to try and cool those tyres down a bit. Let's see whether he does it again. This is coming up to the wetter patch and he's into it and moves across to take the line for the corner, still in the lead on the 39th lap.
While you were describing that, Murray, I'm looking at the computer, and Hakkinen is a full 10 kilometres an hour faster down that back straight. If he gets anywhere near Michael Schumacher, I think he'll be able to drift past him and pick up a toe for extra speed too, just like Coulthard was able to do with Jenson Button. So Hakkinen has got the straight line speed and the car under braking to pass Michael Schumacher if he can get close enough.
Mika Hakkinen looks down into the cockpit there, and his wife is tense. Everybody is tense, because as I said earlier on, this is the battle for the World Championship. For Mika Hakkinen to maintain the lead he's got now, to extend it and go on to make it 3 World Championships in a row. For Michael Schumacher, who joined Ferrari in 1996, vowing to get them back to the top. Well, they're back at the top in terms of the Constructors' Championship, which they won last year after Michael Schumacher had made that magnificent return at Malaysia after breaking his leg at Silverstone. But they have yet to win a Drivers' World. And now they're coming up to the Minardi. If the Minardi gets in the way, it could affect the lead, and the Minardi is that of Marc Genet, who is down in 14th place and has already been lapped once. Down to La Source, the slowest corner on the circuit, about 35 miles an hour. So the Minardi's been lapped, the Ferrari's bearing down on them. In front of the Minardi of Marc Genet is Alexander Wurtz's Benetton, down in 13th position. Over Radion, now it's here that Mika Hakkinen can close up. I don't think he's close enough to stop.
He is close enough, Murray. He has got the slipstream. We know he's got 10 kilometres an hour extra, but Michael Schumacher very firmly closing the door, leaving Hakkinen nowhere to go at all. Hakkinen had the speed, he didn't have anywhere to use it.
And that reminds me of Damon Hill and Michael Schumacher. Damon Hill in the Williams, Michael Schumacher in the Benetton in 1994, at exactly the same place where Damon Hill and Michael actually banged wheels at Les Combes in their tremendous, ferocious fight for leadership in the Belgian Grand Prix, which is being repeated here again. Lap 40. We've got laps 41, 2, 3 and 4 to go at the end of this one. And I have to say, it's looking as though Mika Hakkinen can take that lead and increase his lead in the championship. They're coming up to Wurtz now, who is lapping some 2 seconds a lap slower than they are. They've both got much more powerful and better handling cars. They'll both pass him, but will it affect the lead?
Well, Michael there, pretty firm. I think it was legitimate. Here we're going to see it again. Michael starts to move to the middle of the road. He knows that Mika's got a run on him. He knows he's got better straight line speed. And Hakkinen, look, with absolutely nowhere to go. And Michael moving back across the track. Theoretically, you're not supposed to do that, but he was moving back to take the line through the corner. Very close call, but I think a legitimate move there from Michael Schumacher.
And I think we're going to see it again, because they're coming through to complete the lap now. That is 40 laps completed, just 4 laps left to go.
Now Hakkinen's best chance is if Schumacher has to follow Zonta closely through Eau Rouge, and I don't think that's going to happen, particularly this time around. I think they're going to pass Zonta on another part of the racetrack, because that's what gives Hakkinen his best shot. Schumacher in dirty air, and then Hakkinen with the extra straight line speed. And once again, look, Michael's having to defend, and Mika, and the back marker's in the way. Can he do it? Yes, he's done it. A brilliant move there, either side of Zonta, and Hakkinen brilliantly takes the lead of the Belgian Grand Prix.
And you can see the delight in the McLaren garage, because that could well have decided the race. A superb, gritty, determined 40 forceful move from Mika Hakkinen, takes the lead in the McLaren Mercedes, and he is on lap 41, 3 laps to go at the end of this one, and he's obviously got superior performance. I would expect him now to pull away, particularly on that approach up to Les Combes out of Eau Rouge.
So Zonta really did come into play there. Michael tried to defend the line and then chose to go the long way around Zonta, and Hakkinen just kept going. Here we see from the front view the camera up at Les Combes, Michael defending the track, making his Ferrari as wide as he can. He then went round the outside of Zonta, and Hakkinen said, thank you very much, I'll have a piece of that side of the racetrack then this time around.